Hello everybody, MD Polo here at Range USA in Carmel, Indiana. Got the range to myself, so finally I get to talk to you without all that Rambo shooting in the background. Today we've got the Sig Sauer, the P229 Elite. Now what makes this special is the titanium blue frame. We'll go to the tabletop after the range, but what makes it special is that it was a limited production run that was from 2017 to 2018. They made this titanium blue frame as well as a green one. I believe they called it Army Green. And only for 2 years. I talked to Sig Sauer and they were very helpful as far as trying to get information for me. For some reason they couldn't tell me how many they were made, but they were able to tell me that they were made between 2017 and 2018. So I'm gonna shoot today, 7 yards out. We've got the Federal Syntec, and this is of course 9mm, 147 grain, and this has the purple tip. First time I shoot this. Another fun fact about the P229 is that it's the first pistol that was manufactured by Sig Sauer at their New Hampshire facility. We've got 11 rounds loaded. You would say, why 11? Well, because that's all I had left in that box. Then I'm going to stop the video, reload another magazine because I forgot 2 mags, and then we're going to shoot the Blazer 115. So we're going to start from double action. First time I ever shoot this pistol, and we are, like I said, 7 yards away. I'm going to do a 6 o'clock hold and see how we do. One of the things about the range, I got to remember my ears, right? When I'm out here by myself, it's very easy to forget that. So now we're ready. We're in double action. Let's see how we do. Gosh, can you see my hands shaking? That's a little bit right. And now it's got the short reset trigger from Sig. That was the reason right there. 2. Little bit right. Concentrate on straight pull. Not as tight of a group as I wanted. Wow. I need to settle down. Oh, and that was it. What a flinch. The mother of all flinches there. I think that sometimes reviewers, when they go to the range before they start shooting, they have to tell you all the reasons why they're not going to be as accurate as they could be. But in the last couple of videos, I think you've noticed my hands have been shaking a lot, and I'm not sure why yet. And but that is a fact of what's going on. I'm not blaming it that I had too many beans last night or anything like that. So let's turn you around and show you what it is. That was the last one. Okay, so that was just my hands shaking, and I don't know what happened. But those were the first rounds. So 10 right here, not too far away, 7 yards. So now I'm going to stop the video and reload with a Blazer brass. We're back. Now we're going to shoot the Blazer brass, and we've got 115 grain compared to the 147 that we shot in the other target. Going to give you a bit of a different look here. See how it works. We're going to start also in double action like we did the 147 and see how we do. We are still at the same distance. A little bit high. That short reset trigger is amazing. Still a little bit high. What a wonderful handgun. Definitely a 6 o'clock hold. There it is. I'm gonna try to get my thumb out of the way. High. Gosh. There you see? I just pulled that one the same as in the first rounds. Yep, this time it locked open. Let's bring it in. Just like on with the 147 grain, I pulled one, and that's me with my shaky hands. But what do you think? Does it like the 115 better, or does it like the 147 better? 147 is on your right. Both of them interesting, one flyer down there. So 147 on your right, 115 on your left. I think it likes the 115 better. So, all right, that's it. Let's go to the tabletop. Right off the bat, I want to apologize a bit on the lighting that you're going to see today, because when I turned my lights on to start filming, two of the bulbs burned out. They just blew. And I don't have any replacement bulbs right now. But in front of you, you have a Sig P229 Elite in titanium blue. Now, they didn't make too many of these. The P229 has been around for a while. This one was made in 2017. It is in 9mm, but it also is available, not sure in the titanium blue, but the regular P229 Elite is available also in, of course, 9mm, 40 Smith & Wesson, and 357 Sig. So you have a wide choice of calibers there. And this comes in, well, it weighs 32 ounces with a mag unloaded. It has a 3.9-inch carbon steel barrel. It comes with two metal mags originally. This one came with three. And there are 15-round mags, but if you live behind enemy lines, then you're going to get 10-round mags. Now, price-wise, it's a little difficult to give you a price on this because there are not too many of these. I tried calling Sig, and I couldn't get an answer from them as to how many were made. And I know they also made one in some sort of a green frame as well. I first learned about these from 1776 or Bust. If you haven't checked out his channel, give him a check over there. He's got very good content. He's a good guy, and he's got a very good collection of guns. So give him a follow and a subscribe. So anyway, he's got one of these in blue, and when I saw it, I thought, that's a very interesting gun. I love the color, but I had never seen one, and I never thought that I would until yesterday when I walked into my local watering hole, and sure enough, there was in the used gun cabinet, and it's actually in very, very good condition, as you'll see. So this gun has already been safety checked, but I'll let you take a look at it again. Here's the metal mag. The gun is unloaded. And starting at the top, like we always do, it is the slide is stainless steel. It's got a nitron finish. You can see you got front and rear cocking serrations. They do the job. They're not very sharp, but they work very well. Now, there are newer models of the P229 as well as the P226 that now come with optics cut. This one did not. Okay, but you do have very nice metal sights. I do think that Sig has probably the best sights out of the box in the business. And these come with the Sig Light night sights. So they give you a very nice picture during the day, and they glow very nice in the dark. Letting you look at the rest of the gun. Like I said, I'm only working with one light right now, so you might get a little bit of distortion or let the focus catch up a little bit. External extractor. And as you can see, it's a single action, double action handgun, and we'll go through the trigger in a little bit. Now, one of the things that makes it special is the frame. As you can see here, it's an alloy frame with a hard coat of anodized blue. So they call it titanium blue, and it's hard coated anodized. It comes with a 3-slot Sig rail for your accessories. It has sort of a wide-ish trigger guard, as you can see there. Not as big as an HK or anything like that, but I think it's ample. You also get a nice undercut right here under the trigger guard, so it lets you get high. You got a large beaver tail here, as you see, so you're never going to get a slide bite on this thing. Well, some of the people often complain about how high the bore axis is up here and how you can't fight physics. Well, some of that is true, but the HKs are pretty high as well, and there's many other pistols that have high bore axis, and they've been some of the best shooters in the world. So it's never bothered me. Some YouTubers make it an issue, and it might be for them. It's a personal choice, and I'm just sharing with you that it's never bothered me. Okay, looking at the controls, they're very accessible to me with medium-sized hands. I can reach the mag release with no problem. It's got nice texture. It's the right size, and it works just fine. It's got, you can see here, just a little bit of texture there. And give you a look at the texture that you have here at the front of the grip, of the trigger guard. And in front of the grip, you've got some very nice texture as well. Okay, and going back to the controls, they're not, this gun is not ambidextrous by any means, but as I mentioned earlier, you do have your slide release right here. You got a decocker right here. Sorry, I'm looking through the camera. You got your takedown lever. So everything is very accessible. The grips, some people like them, some people don't. And these are the E2 grips that Sig made. And it's one piece that wraps around the hull. And when you run your fingers through it up and down like this, you can feel the texture. And I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but you can see that there's got palm swells right here. When you want to remove it, the whole panel comes off. And because of that, you don't have the grip panels like you have in other guns. You can't just go and buy the grip panels. But Hogue makes a grip, wraparound grip that fits this. They're actually G10 grips. I reached out to my favorite grip maker, which is Lock Grips, but they don't do that. They do the panels for other SIGs, but they haven't gotten into the wraparound grip that is needed for this. The mag release, like I said, is very good. I can reach it fine, and you can reverse it, but like the rest of the gun, it's not an ambi gun in any way. It is, of course, double action, single action. You've got a bit of a serration here on the hammer. And the grip, the trigger, let me show you here. Okay, this is how you lock it. It's a regular Sig P229. Okay, now before we get into the trigger, since we got it open, you got a little bit of a mag well here, not very pronounced, and by no means is it a smooth transition in, but if the light cooperates, it is perfectly fine. Okay, there's no reason why this shouldn't work. It's not competition style, but it is not meant to be. Now, going back to the trigger, we're in single action right there, and then we'll see the double action. But you got a little bit of a take up here, and it is amazingly smooth. It fires, and now look at this. This has the short reset trigger from Sig. Sig also calls it the SRT trigger, and your reset right there. You blink and it's gone, and then you right immediately at the wall, and it fires. Really nice trigger. Now for the double action, you start to pull. It's very smooth, and there it goes. It breaks. Now on my gauge is pulling. The double action is pulling at 9 pounds, just maybe a hair over 9 pounds on average. But the single action is wonderful, pulling at a smooth 4.5 pounds. It's a standard curved trigger, metal trigger by Sig. But the star of the show here is by by far this single action. Just there, you're at the wall, crisp break, and then you go back and the reset one more time. It's just fantastic. So that's a quick look. It shoots like any other P229, no problems there. Baby brother or sister, whatever you want to call it, to the P226. A long history with this. As far as retail pricing, it's hard to tell because there are not that many of them. I've seen them anywhere from $975 all the way to $1,400. Currently, there's only one on one of the major auction sites that we know about. And there's one there right now, and it's going for $975. So, of course, your mileage will vary. But what I wanted to show you this and ask you, what do you think about this? What do you think about the color? As I mentioned at the beginning, the only thing special here, other than a regular P229 Elite, is that it's a limited run in the anodized titanium blue. So there it is. Thank you again to 1776 or Bust for introducing me to this gun and putting it on my radar. And let me know in your comments, what do you think of this? Do you have any experience with a P229? Do you own one of these colored ones, the green one or the blue one? I'd like to know more about it from you. The favorite part of my channel is the interaction with you down in the comments section. So please leave constructive criticisms, help me learn, and engage in a nice conversation. As I always, remember that I upload videos every Friday morning and on Wednesdays when I can. I'm active on Instagram, so there you can see what's coming down the channel before it gets YouTube, so I would appreciate a follow there. We're very close to 15,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you enough for your support. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do so if you think I've earned it, and click that notification bell and make sure it's set to all, not to personalized, because then, which is the default, by the way. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for stopping by, and until the next time, God bless.